Hey, what's up? If you're afraid of riding in the rain, and very rightfully so, here are some tips and tricks that may keep you safe. The first thing that I will talk about is vision, and there are two things that might affect your vision. Firstly is your visor. How scuffed or clear they are affects how well you can see, but also because of the changes in temperature and humidity, your visor is more likely than not to fog up on the inside. And the only trustworthy and proven way is to have a pin lock or a pin lock variant. And if you don't know what that is, it's just basically plastic, but it creates like a vacuum seal between your visor and your eyes. And thank you very much. And because it's a vacuum seal, your visor is less likely to fog up. Next would be your mirrors. Make sure your mirrors are clean and that you can actually see. I know some of you have super tiny mirrors and you think they're cool, and I guess they are, but at the exchange of your safety and your awareness, I suppose. But also the mirrors fog up every now and then, even when you're just riding. And same thing, humidity, temperature, blah blah blah. Just give it a wipe and you're good to go. So just make sure you can always see. That's super important. Next would be your own visibility. So I like to wear something that's bright. Just think, okay, there you go. Please go ahead, sir. Yep, see, exactly. Literally, he couldn't even see me because I was probably in his blind spot, and he did not bother to turn his neck. But he saw me eventually. So just keep a distance and be aware of where you are on their window. This guy can't see me, so yep. Yes, visibility. So not just the color of your outfit, but also positioning yourself in a way that vehicles have a higher chance of seeing you in their mirrors, or if you're right beside them, easier to see. And then I'll talk about traction because of the rain. Oh, you can't see me again. Please. How many times, man? Gosh. Yes, so because of the rain, you have less traction with the ground. And there's this thing called hydroplaning, and that happens when there's just too much water on the ground between the tires and the floor, and it creates a plane of water, and basically you just slide. That's, I guess, the simplest way to explain it, but you will slide. And the way to prevent that from happening is to go slower, so that there's more time for... Oh my goodness. Use your eyes, come on! How many times this woman want to kill me? I digress. Yes, to go slower so that the water and the rain has more time to be dissipated. Oh my goodness. No way. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was gonna talk about safety distancing, but I think that proves it. I think that literally just proves it. My gosh. But I need to turn left. My goodness. Okay, safety distance. Just... Oh my goodness, my heart is beating quite quickly. But yes, since the world and the universe has forced me to talk about this, safety distancing. Keep a larger safety distance because, I mean, firstly because of rubble like that. So whether wet or dry weather, keep more distances from these kind of industrial vehicles just in case things like that happens. But also because of traction, you have less time to brake. Your brake works slower, there is less friction with the ground, so literally everything is against you, and you also might hydroplane. So go slow or go slower, and also keep a longer and larger safety distance. Just a good safe measure. Oh gosh. Okie dokes. Scary. A good guideline for myself is that I usually would go about 30 km per hour slower than I usually would, or as slow as I feel safe. Being late is better than being late. I think that's a great advice for anyone. Late, not date. Hashtag. Next, I guess I'll talk about comfort. If physically you are feeling really cold and you are damp and you're soaked, there's a good chance that you might be scrunched up and your to like preserve your body heat, right? So you kind of curl yourself up into a tighter ball, and what happens is that you become very tense, and being tense on the bike is no good. Very, very bad. So you don't want to be tense on the bike. You want to be as relaxed and calm as you can. So even with the weather, what helps is, okay, you know what is this guy doing? Yeah, what helps is keeping dry and keeping warm. I will always wear a raincoat, and that helps me to be comfortable. And when I'm comfortable, I'm calmer, I am more composed, and I make better decisions overall. Oh, I forgot about that. Drain covers and these crazy white lines. Do your best to avoid them. I know sometimes it's inevitable, and that's okay. But as much as you can, do your best to avoid them because they become really slick during wet weather, and you don't want slick. These yellow lines are worse. Stay away from them. The thick ones, bad, very bad. But what happens if you have no choice but to go over these lines? It's okay, just stay calm, slow down, and try not to accelerate or turn as much as you can over these things so that you can maintain a larger surface area on your tire, and that means more traction, that means less chance of going for a slide. In fact, my first ever accident was because I was not as aware of these things, and so I lost traction in my front tires and I low-sided. So not fun. But you want to be really smooth with your throttling, and if you're using a manual bike, not to just dump your clutch. So to be smooth with the clutch, smooth with the throttle, smooth with your brakes. And in that way, the chances of you skidding is much lesser, although not zero. So just take it chill, go slower, be more mindful of your surroundings, keep more safety distance, be aware of rubble on the ground, and hopefully this keeps you safer and that you can still enjoy your ride even though it's raining.